Tell me I have this right. We were, I think it was audio trip in Australia, and you blew your knee out at a demo.
I did.
And Jamie Thomas picked you up.
Jamie Thomas and my brother Jonas both picked me up.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we were in the middle. In the middle of a demo.
Oh yeah.
And you know, like kickflip on a bank, right?
Yeah,
Like
the kickflip was a setup trick. I wasn't even I wasn't going for the kickflip. The kickflip was just so I could do something to land backwards to do something on the hip.
Yeah.
And that was a demo. Chris Markovich was with us. And he did that launch out of that same bank over the railing and landed. The crowd goes nuts.
Oh man,
that could be the end of the demo.
I'm never gonna find this footage.
But nothing.
Sorry guys, this one's too obscure.
Yeah, but nothing could have been better than that. Like that closed down the demo, right? Like we could have just walked off and
it was
left.
the gnarliest.
And I was standing at the top of the bank when he did that. So something in my head was like, just walk down and go to the van. Demo's over. Like, well, I'm up here. I might as well roll in. And I did. I rolled in, did something. I did a kickflip, and it felt kind of funny. They like went vert shifty flip, and then it landed a little weird. And I was like, that was weird. But I ended up on the top of the bank again. And then something said again, like, don't just walk. Now run. Get out of here. Go to the van right now. And I was like, well, I'm still up here. I'm going to go one more time. And that's when I hurt my knee on that kickflip. So
yeah, I remember seeing, because I remember it was winding down too.
Right.
And then I saw that. And I could tell something went wrong with your knee, and then all of a sudden, they carried you, and I was like,
because there's a hospital across the street. And we only knew that because Markovich hit his head on a ledge the year before. He was doing a trick.
Oh, and he knew it was there.
And he rolled towards this ledge where there were people standing, and everyone parted the seas and let him hit his forehead right on the corner, like the metal edge of a ledge. Was this? Ooh, I don't know the name of that town, but I know the park.
I feel like it was.
It had a really steep bank.
No, I feel like it was
pyramid
Sydney.
in the middle. But I don't know the name of the town anymore.
I mean, that park's gone for sure. This was 99.
Right.
It was one of the better parks in the area, but it just had this weirdly steep bank. So everything you did kind of threw you out a little
like
more than normal.
And then it had a little deck and then a
so
railing.
when you landed, it would shoot you down really fast.
Permanent
it was
thing,
a cement bank.
I don't think it's there anymore, but it was cement. And Markovich went
up and over the rail.
Up and over it. And it was probably 8 feet at least.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was well overhead high, and then the rail on top of that. So, he just cleared it. And
but yeah, I remember seeing that all happen, and then they carry you, and I'm like, where are they taking him?
Right.
And like, there's a hospital right there.
Right. And they did the x-rays there, and there was nothing in the x-rays because there was no bone damage. It was all ligament. Mm-hmm. But I heard it just
pop.
I landed with my foot on my board, but my heel was down. Oh. So my board shot down the rest of the bank with my other foot on that board. And then my foot stuck on top of the ramp and it just did the splits.
Because it was sticking.
And I was like trying to figure out how I get out of this.
Is that
and I just tried to like lean back so I could sit down, but it just ripped everything from here like 45 degrees. And I heard 3 loud pops, like pop, pop, pop.
Is that
so
MCL?
I knew it was a PCL and probably the other ones, but like the PCL is the only one that got replaced.
All of them?
Yeah, I think it did like the MCL, PCL, and the ACL then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
But the PCL got in 2 pieces.
Hindered by that after it got fixed?
No, it just took me like, because I didn't get it fixed right away. When I came home, I went to see a doctor and he's like, I told him exactly what happened, told him what I heard, and my knee's basically just hanging there. And he's like, oh, just do physical therapy and see how it feels. And I was like, no. So then I called up Jamie Thomas and he had recommended this guy, Dr. G. Dr. Warren G. And it's not the rapper Warren G. But he had me in there and he put my leg up on the table. He held my ankle and held my knee. He pulled it that way. And when it got to about 45, he's like, tell me when it hurts. And he got it that far and you just feel it stretching. But like, there was nothing holding it in pain. Place. It was just loose. And he put it back gently and he's like, okay, we're taking you across the street right now to go to get an MRI. So I had to sit through the MRI thing and get it all done. Yeah. But once he fixed it, it was about 6 months till I could skate again. And once I started skating, it was more about just rebuilding the strength in that front knee. Mm-hmm. So doing a lot of like nose manuals, trying to nollie and switch just to like get it all back to even. Yeah. And once I got it back to even, that's when we filmed the audio One Step Beyond part. So all of that was after the knee surgery.
Yeah, you didn't get hindered by that at all.
So,
but I remember
I had to jump right back into it. I only had about 2 months left. Everyone else had been filming the whole time I was hurt. Oh, so I had 2 months left to film. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I just filmed everything I could in those 2 months and got it done. But it was enough of a part.
That was a banger part.
And I still ended up with the last part. So that was nice.
I found this gap like over a little like curb, but it was pebble mix to take off.
Yeah.
And next to a bank and like over these bushes, and it was like a gap where it's not, you would do it easily, but if you, from a certain angle, it looked like I'm Street Ellis. Like I am in the streets. I'm cracking an ollie over one thing into another parking lot. It looks awesome. Yeah. And I've landed and just like shoulder block skidding on my side. And they're like, did you
not clear it and lock?
No, I got wheel bite.
Yeah.
But they're like, you got to go way faster. The faster you go.
Were you still on your vert setup with bigger wheels?
Hell yeah.
So there wasn't much clearance.
We're not selling out.
Yeah.
Right.
Thank you, Tony. Yeah. Keep it real.
We're all 60s or die, baby.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can make it work, but it's just,
right?
It's different.
You know it.
Yeah.
They were total 60s, baby, because they go faster.
Yeah.
But I went as fast as I could with this notion, because he was like, dude, if you go fast, it's so much easier.
Right.
And I was like, oh, it makes so much sense. Like, yeah.
Right.
So I push like a maniac, fly over it. Exact same thing, but just 10 times more traumatic. Just like, kaboom! And I'm like, oh my God, like horrific slam.
Right.
And then I'm like, okay, that really hurt.
If you go faster, you'll lose more skin.
Yeah. Then I went and because I melted my hands, my palms.
Oh, yeah.
So I got
street skating for sure.
I got leather gloves and went back.
The same day or another time?
Or by yourself?
Another day by myself.
You're just on
a
mission.
Yeah, because I was like, I will get that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And completely destroyed myself like 6 times.
Might want to tighten the trucks a little too, because like if you have the bigger
you
wheels,
can't tighten trucks tighter than my truck.
Yeah,
and you still got wheel bite.
I might just be I might have just been like, I might have just shoulder block like
just
that.
landing wheel like heel heavy.
The most horrific slams
it's gonna
out of all
pinch.
those guys, it would always be.
Yeah.
People would say you should stop. You know.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't even my call. Someone would just be like, "You should stop, dude."
I've had that shoulder slam where it was at a spot in Santa Barbara at UCSB. Yeah. There was a street gap, and it was the same one that Sean Sheffy ollied in one of the life videos.
Yeah.
That life video, the soldier story. So we went there as kids, saw it, like it's an actual thing, you can do this. And it was the first time I'd ever seen anyone clear a street, like an entire street from sidewalk to sidewalk. Yeah. The only thing is you have to clear it enough to where you don't lock. And I had done it once before when we went there one time. Another trip in the morning, getting warmed up, skating around the campus. I just went for it, and I came up like that much short.
That makes it
and
worse.
My truck locked so hard, and I didn't expect it. I slid on my shoulder only. I didn't hit my head. I didn't hit my hip. I slid on my shoulder a good 15 feet. And just like when I got up, it was through my shirt, but it went all the way down to the white meat. Yeah. Like, oh my goodness.
Yeah, where it doesn't bleed.
Skate the rest of the day.
Where it doesn't bleed.
It didn't bleed. It was just like white. Like, oh man.
And then it's just stuck to your clothes.
Yeah, and I think I still have a mark from it.